Hey guys, welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Becca and today I'm going to be announcing a read-along of the A Song of Ice and Fire series by George R.R. Martin. So if you have been following me on Twitter, you may have noticed that a month or so ago I did announce that I was starting a book club called the Catch Up Book Club. Now this is designed to help us get through all those books that have been languishing on our shelves that are super hyped and we feel like everybody else has read apart from us. You know the ones I mean, like the Mistborn trilogy by Brandon Sanderson, some of you haven't read Throne of Glass, The Raven Boys by Maggie Stiefvater, just all those things that it seems like everybody and their mother has read, but some of us haven't picked up yet. So to kick things off, myself and 5 other amazing hosts are going to be leading a read-along of the A Song of Ice and Fire series by George R.R. Martin, also known as A Game of Thrones. So a lot of us are familiar with the TV series but have yet to pick up the book. If you have been putting these off because they are hefty and they are dense, then now is the time to join us and get through these tomes. So because they are a little bit chunky, we are going to be taking this quite slowly and we will be reading one book every 2 months. To follow up on our thoughts of each book, there will be a live show at the end of every 2-month period, with the first one being at the end of February to discuss the first book in the series, A Game of Thrones. Now if you are in the US, it is quite simple. You will be picking up each book in the series every 2 months, so the first one in January, the second one in March, etc, etc. However, I'm going to break down the schedule, paying specific attention to those of us in the UK because the editions are split a little bit differently over here. So in January and February we will be reading the first book, A Game of Thrones. March and April will be dedicated to A Clash of Kings. Now this is where it gets a little bit more complicated. If you are in the UK and you have split editions like I do, for the May and June period we won't be reading just 1 book, we will be reading 2, and that is both parts of A Storm of Swords. Then for July and August we will be moving on to A Feast for Crows, and then wrapping it up in September and October we will be reading both parts of A Dance with Dragons. Again, if you are in the US it is likely that you will have like a full edition, but if you are in the UK and have UK editions, they are split into 2 and we will be reading both books across that 2-month period. So that is the schedule for the read along. Now let me introduce you to the hosts. Repping the Martells from Dawn we have myself. Now let me introduce you to our first Lady Commander of the Night's Watch, and that is going to be Ashley from Don't Have a Degree in Reading. Our Queen in the North will be Cody from Cody's Book Corner. Our beautiful Lady of Flowers is going to be Rachel from Rachel Marie Book Junkie. The one and only Mother of Dragons will be Zafina from the Psycho Nick. And last up, representing the Lannisters, this guy always pays his debts, and that is Ryan from Reading with Ryan. So those are your co-hosts for this readathon. You can find all of the links to their channels in the description box down below. I recommend that you do check them all out and follow them. A couple of them will be rereading Game of Thrones, but a lot of us are also reading it for the first time. Even though this is the Catch Up Book Club and it's designed to catch up on those books that we've missed over the years, if you are a rereader wanting to reread Game of Thrones, then you are of course welcome to reread with us as opposed to reading for the first time. Now if you want to keep up to date with everything that we are doing and find out the dates for the live show, we may be running a few sprints and checking in, seeing if everybody's kind of like making progress, then you can follow us on the Twitter, which is at CatchUpBookClub. We do also have a hashtag for the read along, and that is going to be hashtag CatchUpGoT. So if you are joining the read along and you're going to be tweeting about it, then please either mention us in your tweets or use the hashtag. As I said earlier, the live show discussions are going to be bi-monthly. The first one is going to be in the last weekend of February. However, as it is so far in advance, we have not scheduled an exact date yet, but we will get back to you and post on the Twitter when that is going to be, what time and on whose channel. So do please follow us so you can keep up with updates and find out what's going on. But I think that's everything I have to share with you today. Please let me know in the comments whether you will be joining us. I'm so excited to bring you this read along because I've been wanting to read these books for so long. The final season of Game of Thrones is going to be on early 2019 and I am so hyped, and I think that's really going to spur me on because every time I'm watching Game of Thrones I have the urge to read it. Please don't forget to like this video if you liked it and subscribe if you want to. If you head into my description box you will find the link to the Twitter and the hashtag, as well as the links to all of the other host channels, and you'll also find a link to my Goodreads, Instagram and Twitter if you'd like to follow me on any of those, as well as a link to my Bookish body butter and candle website, the Instagram for that, and 10% off discount code. But that's it from me today. Bye!
Oh, you bite your friend like chocolate. You say you will go where nobody knows, with guns hidden under our petticoats. We're never gonna quit it, no, we're never gonna quit it, no.